You are once again welcome to your most educative show, Men's Couch. The only show. We are say, no Ghana memo, I'm a mema, a comradry, a chromadry. I know you are still enjoying this very show because men too can talk. We are still talking. You cannot take that away from us. Now, first, Mama can say, girls, Kasa, Oboa, and Mamma, so your Kasa, your Kasa. But a society now can't Kasa boy. I say him, but Sisi and my mom will say yes. Remember, Ekasa, a son say, my couch and the only betrayal. And when somehow if you number, what can I say? Na mema so mama kwenya mu betumi akasa ai you so yakasa minyaka Men's Couch am say waje so that men too can talk and we are still doing the talking. And then so I have an interesting topic that I want to discuss with you because me person me nua no ma efie eyenije be say ahosepa bi eba mu fie be so mo ti emema se na so wo ware ayede afi na so be ware a o come on so obesiesie ho de ama be ma na obesia no nti ene de so ibedi nkomo but answer na no ma mentwa me homra. I still remain your number one host, Reverend Adepa. You are welcome to Men's Couch. The first one I'll probably say was what's your computer on, or phone that's a kitao, now go to our share Men's Couch. I'm still on the seat, your regular host, Reverend Adepa. And I be doing come on, a bon come on. Never be beer how topic now was my old up with you, chain a castle. My bigger for not so mobile woman, they will. It treats you, Monoso. Oh, Betty, why are you petted? No, don't be. Are you worried? Don't be. Tonight is gonna be a good night. My voice, I can mess up to him. I'm a woman in some year, Vessamanoka. So what I say. So you never mind. And then you may answer now, my guess, I bet you know. Miracle Street in Swaba. Or Abraham may mount wagging across what I shall say. And then you may ask my baby can say. Because the difference between love making, so what I say, and sex making. Say you're in poetry, you say you are in. If I say you say love making and then having sex, what the difference? Then remember you know, remember doing a lecture. And my most make you know from money. That's why I remember more. You see, ask the madam a video for you. Let's get on the street. You could hear some man. I'm off for a couple of streets and so. We'll be right back.
But you insist that sex and I love making yeah, that sex and I love making love making I if you want what I'm for I say oh come for Marco de ma odo munko de mkana munna ma de on be say mo no biara misusu so munna de so yeah na kasa metumi me no wa kan about you na yakode mu na bibian course no and one friend sex hence mugusu a ebia mo kiss mo ho na de usu so ni bibia ni private park we na mpache ni bia timu bia na some compass one say ekunyo mo bia mo bia na eja game na hihye so any intercourse say mo be penetrate na de be no
na sex na nkasa no but before that they be si bia no
love making and they be si bia no love making. And the sex in here, mobile call in password, mobile intercourse, and name say sex.
Okay.
And romance and love making. Salam.
Then I can say sex making, and I say sex, no, a physical activity, and I say you can get a hoodie. I when I'm so true. sex or the act of sex. But when you can love making now, it involves sex, but that one it has to do with tuning your mind or connecting your mind and your soul together through the act of sex. That is what where the sharp difference or the line comes in.
The opposite just says sex can happen and the minds will not be connected. It will not be tuned together.
Sure. Also, sometimes people even have sex like we have commercial sex workers. Now they're any kind of emotional or any connection, but just to satisfy the physical or human desire. No, instead of people do that, people even pay for sex. Yeah, and also people also give sex to get money. But that is where the sharp difference comes here. The love making has to do with connecting. And mostly happens between lovers or people who are connected or bonded by love. Yeah, and most or ideally, it should be for married couples. That's it. Yeah.
So then I will participate.
When we practice love making, no. Yeah, sure.
So,
man.
I don't know say.
I don't know.
Oh, Davi. Oh, me am sisumi.
Okay. Say uni modo die kaka.
Aye.
About no sex na love making na wadwin kire e wo mu ni sen.
Oh. Eba na sex madwin kire ni say. Ebia na wuti ho, onkakona ba. Onye ready say obe have. Wow. Into true you no abekọ ni nchen into obe romance no. Na ebe ma na adwin ebe siso. Oh, no play romance na ebe ya betumi have fun.
Na love making no.
Yeah.
Sex no.
Sex no. Man say nipa wa kwato no. Oh, ho no mo do. Oh, so see ebi a opera we ya free. Oh, mpese me say. Onu so na adwin be bo betumi aka cho so. Oh, e betumi have.
They are straightforward.
Me say metumi aka. Metumi aka just sweetheart. And then person me do. Grandpa me aka say metumi atena so na me demand.
Sorry. But love making it there I say umienu na mo be play.
You be play romance.
Your position na open it.
Oh, my position I dey say woman me dog ya me butterfly me free ball so ho. And you see we doggy style this one and say crazy. What's that say? And I say especially the bed 3-1 1 to 7 and baby.
That's it that's nyango point show. Opo me.
Nyame adumo so e.
Nyame adumo so ho ye. Na business
Okoso nkaka nkra.
Say we mododi.
Aye.
So we sex. So we love make.
We love making.
It's say benefit.
Sex here as only be man nesia. Na makaka na afa na so de ne be man na so ho na eja bibi akoso.
Na love making.
Love making na say odo wo mu dada. Nti okono ho a nye so ho na na ono ye bibisa making si mo ho mu ni amoho na metu na mu di nkomo na obo so na mo so ene ni ododi.
Then sex na to us.
Na sex na so na style sabem.
There's a sex and mostly stars in pony but love making the stars.
Style so umpa.
Okay, that's it.
In some we are see you. So what could be? Once we film so also all near worker. And now the office now hear me. As na met to us no. Menz Couch. Maybe I'll share if you want to sponsor the show, go to me after to the studios of QT World, Aguna Swedro, on the Mandela Street, opposite Sinapiaba Savings and Loan. Now, Fra, also work at and say, oh, you made the module honor, nika, intense say, a best sponsor, now you're part of Menz Couch show. First, I'm a trophy. Just call this line for me 020 0004503. And then I will say a good screen is what when it's your ocean. Yeah. Into Osha, we are streaming live from the studios of QT World. You go so your castle. And Obeja for my only and number one security man. Boss, I salute sir. Mr. Saki, if you have a call. Jamai.
Boss.
I say, just and someone will come straight no. I be funny sir, but we not take kunyani.
Yeah.
So what I say.
Yeah, sure.
Before I may introduce my next guest, who is Sofonat. Asofo, if you have a call.
Reverend, I don't have any experience.
Ni nyina aka ho.
What you?
That true so say. So who tie bi?
What you na me tie ba?
Mr. Saki.
Boss.
Sounds so tie.
Oh yeah.
Omo ke kan me pese be say aseme na no, I don't want to go that way. To you, love making and sex. And so real woman.
Oh yeah, there is. Let me say difference. Big real now.
Wow.
The people on the street made so many sense.
Okay.
But I will also say, when we talk about sex, sex is just, God in His wisdom created sex so that we can continue His procreation process.
Oh, okay.
So the starting point of giving birth is sex, is to have sex. But Jakopanga said no. Say, missing to give birth.
Okay.
Without any sexual feeling, without any good feeling attached to it, it will seem like a punishment.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't take it, people will not even involve in it.
Okay.
Oh yes. So if you look at a man, feelings, but they don't get orgasm and those things.
Okay.
They see it as a punishment. So they are just there. So then they will just have whatever they want to have. A lady once said, like when we or we are in see where we are now. Then the person will be gone because she doesn't have that. So she feels like sex is
a punishment,
which is not supposed to be like that. So God, in His own wisdom, added that kind of gratifying appeal to the whole thing, so that you have the fun part of it. Then you can also go ahead and give birth and multiply.
Okay.
So involving the person emotionally, involving the person psychologically, involving the person before, during, and even sometimes after the sexual process is what I would term as love making.
Oh, okay.
But, so if you look at the whole thing, sex just forms some part of the entire love making. However, women, we are only interested in sex and sex because our sexual appeal level is a bit higher. So, hey, I'm ready for it.
Wow.
And your fiancé over the starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way to Sunday and Sunday. I don't have that time.
Then, from what you are saying, then it's more or less like men normally cheat women during the act because Bema bet to me abba easily.
Oh yeah, so to me, I say love making is is more of women's thing.
Okay.
And sex is more of men.
Okay. Okay. And see, Ghana member there,
Ghana member there, sex now.
Sex
they
now.
don't even know what is love making. Or Babi no can say. Or say, hey, Ghana member there, if you want to carry him small, hey, then she
obey.
Yeah.
You know, Mama, I am Monty. I say, right. To make sure say, we show be if you don't connect with it, that's just say, I don't know what share in Yama. Let me use that way because as someone okay, about or plantrium like of let's say, women, you are getting to know much more about men. Hope you get it. So it's normal. But also Ghana member there, the man. This is one for now more. Boom, you know, and you answer so quick. Boom, nice. Odina, let's see, okay. So for
yeah.
But and see, also we are Ghana so. So for Ghana
But
so for Ghana. But so where Ghana ni? Minimum so nyama, menka so nyama adre, and that's all my somebody. Maybe say so where Ghana ni? No. It's so say from what your brother is saying, it's so also open sex pa.
I think say what you are not being fair.
Oh, so from Pacho, me say from what your brother just said. I for answer my own man type. I don't know type now. And maybe my time. A question maybe that's of person. Because what now our viewers some are not being fair to me. Suffer.
Yeah.
As some kind of maybe says we are going in India. No sense we be man. Pacho, open sex pa.
Better or do more good.
And see, open love making no sex. And now one can also love making and sex no. Unti ase anything.
Unia. I'm saying that me share any other man no who a Wall Street is no. I mean, see, my dear, I mean, see, Bebra, Ezaki, ultimate change. So maybe I'm not all na me share asama year kan no. Me never Ezaki be ya adwen say a member no selfish kakra. It's sex and everything. Sex is more of a reward oriented. Me bano. And the number one, you know about the same and the true a shaking the do for a year. I said, I can't be up at me. If I can't have a intercourse be a mayor. Say, my children say, what they mammy on to me, a na environment in a saving quad there. Your relationship no may. Me release media noa e ma me kodi mechi noa pe no ma pem ene ne fe ne sex me nya ne amehwe me nsaka na me event ma pem na me ko but when it comes to the love making say na me nya ne kan sex is part of the love making but the love making no here going to the extreme say na be ya wo other partner no so hu be sanen say wo was mostly no yemi anumba no so be reach orgasm then it should be intense love making that brings their orgasm. What do you say? To be getting so people want to cry. What do I know? Ever talent and so make a cancel be good now. So many are there man of them. Sorry. Tell me. What do you say? It is oh this uncle manoa. Obe who say obe a yin who am obey so mobile diablo na as one answer for that I just say can't say over. But who is a member of my culture mostly no. On my ready somebody say on a way dry account. Don't want to for you are normally a favor means that Obano is not say everybody say yeah.
On your ready so obe.
Or your man go make say ombre that time is obeti but the yatin ye bua no kunu na yere.
And then I adding to fear ne Vaseline na de banana.
Yeah. On the VA and if you so enough to be so ground people to be normal they found by force and forcing it to go. But they say who pray from the angle of love making no. Obedi agoni nyina bedu mandate na no na yebie puno no dada otu se puno ni yebie ka bia sikwa ni ye firi o meba bia bukwemu bia ya se from okwan ni dem smooth o de to ana home na we dem
and so for when you love making
me ka tell say me pia odomu agrodi obi say me di gaga tell say
yeah so for can be bisa na sanka so for the o de bem
oria Bible look at odomu ankasa na odono
Enjo o peso chese nche so for hu ododi
osofo de osofo ni edwuma wo ye wa asori wo fi a wo ye kunu e ma wo yere nte se wo ye asadi a kunu ye wo mfa asofo di e fi asori fi e fa ma wo fi
ti pese mi se wa ko so we ye me pese bia esa me atake sofo be mi sofo sie die me kasa be se me kasa ma me hu anase debi ti pese mi hu fi enti asofo love making any odie no which one na moso mani jon some mo ya Ghana fo e bia
say
if I Bible na da ho twa mo nti bia mo nya time na mo make love ne ade na the way can I say love making no e wadodo so for so bompa ne ade na afuna ko love making and so for da ben na obeka Bible no onye bia ko kire member so for yanko
I think say
say if I should speak in the context of Asofo now, like I just 98% of them are for sex more than love making. But the secret is that it's not because of my Asofo. I almost you know buying as a mobile Sofo.
So a beman
and Sofo year. Sofo year. Now, what kind of Bible no? I say our for. General to be our being good to you for to a bomb by a mark.
Mamunche.
Mamunche, that's about who bring here as a wound and force in the giant.
Diana, Benjamin. It is a sorry, oh, and now actually, I mean, Ukraine. So when you're married, now when you have good sex, which is the love making, right? Now we are in a year, it's all stress. So I'm wiping with that, what's my Bible, I swear. In the context of a pastor?
Yeah.
Wow.
The fastest way, and also for crowd here, would be really to stress the day. And it's a one way, even young bread. Now we do,
So for your mission, my person, my class and swabber, because baby, in Kitamudin, Econo, I think, sir, I mean, a year more interesting. Now the world was smoking cow. Well, boom, food, my son swabber. In fact, come on. He shall be well. And I shall for my son so Adam home about CCR in teacher me. Never CCR. Yamisha so what train na yasa so akwaba. And date and the air hoto. Because enter running promotion. In Yaba says, Nipa do one they have just invite others to come on. What I say? Social media had here. QT, Yajabos, QT TV, a year, a new Bian Brown, QT TV, GH, Facebook, that's so. QT TV, GH, YouTube, yes, so. And a QT TV _GH. Instagram, yafa, wine beam. Because here na ye educate you. Ye ma and mama chas. You see, it's one money about be anxious I do be our hand. Be maybe so on so. We green leaf. Aba mono papa. Sans money on tibida. And also a bebuano. And then the uncle send me to me a connect na obi a yesofu bia etumi asa ayi we bi ehwe. Because I say as I say can me masem no. A bebo asofu because so for tea women so for ye Panama na the whole security man power we are say ba ko pe Saki is as say there ono accompany security near so for di because ono so for bia ye nyansa emfa yensan good so but already I have ordained you with my words tonight. What because so for di na emefe nti na nyumra ma ordained nti me ma na house ma ordained no ha essence ono na kuma na say it's already ordained as a pastor. So what I say, it's your cross and baby. As some no I de. Person me bisa Saki. Minya. That's mema obunfu. Meni sound. Mentata. Na me person me bisa say e ba ne sa de a. Na de ga we ye ga na ni be ma na say. O twempra e we chichi. O yire e wa kwantu man. Na say I automatically you cheat. As a Ghanaian man, not necessarily. Because me what I know for sure and some I can say we know say love making way it's about the mind the soul connecting to each other. It's no so we're gonna ni be mananka ope love making there. You don't want to cry. Oh baby, I've missed you. Baby, I can't sleep. I just want to have some kind of a feel of you. Baby, what panty are you wearing? Where in the voice of Sofu Drew, my yade. Oh, you see, Uncle Baby, what color of panty are you wearing tonight? Have you bathed? I want to take you to shower. Even though you're oh baby no so baby no. You see, Uncle read this no. Say no makano. Uncle here come on. But do I gonna remember the mo like want to penetrate. Penetration no. I am focus. So how can you be living somewhere whilst your partner lives somewhere? As a Ghanaian man.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, I think love making starts from somewhere.
Yes.
And the fact that people are not naturally in tune with love making does not necessarily mean they are cheats.
Okay.
David, I don't know whether David was a Ghanaian.
He is a true Ghanaian.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Yeah, he's a true Ghanaian.
Maybe, because David, so it is about men, and I think whether it is whether you see who share your Ghana man kasa or more trans criminal acts
no
they it looks like they have it in mind. Say mema and train said they will go through love making processes and they have it in mind. Say women are not always sexually available.
Okay.
So if you look at rape, you can't rape a man, but you can rape only a woman. What is rape? Rape is having sexual intercourse with a woman, a female, who is above 16 years or above, without her consent. So I wouldn't say no, but I be better me actually without necessarily foreplay, kissing, working on the mind, anything.
Where consent means?
Where consent means, so if that thing is not there, and men don't care. Men won't say a car, won't say provided that, and that's why I started by saying, men have this kind of high sexual appeal than women.
Okay.
So how many men do you hear say anajo or bar person in the and our person in the okay, just say pretty by my bread, and then Bema consistently tell you that they will probably be having satisfaction somewhere, sexual satisfaction somewhere. But men are not that kind of So you realize like Ghanaian men, I don't want us to limit ourselves to Ghanaian men. It should be men.
It should be men, yeah, but maybe so. From what you just said, 90 say obìnrin yẹrẹ ọhọ now onya sexual satisfaction from anywhere else, but o keep it on. I say my brain. Bema yes sir. That's just bema no.
Now there's something wrong somewhere. Maybe now maybe our sense behavior now like there's something about the lady that he doesn't enjoy. And he feels like it will be better to be safe. It doesn't necessarily mean he's cheating outside, but he just feels like let me be there. Let me say make one contest with you. I just want to be there. You understand?
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is that women don't go for sex more. Women are emotional beings and they love making more than sex. You know, sex is just part of the love making process. So women want you to take them to the beach. Women want to keep with you on the phone for like more than 30 minutes. Women want to hold your hand, and women just want you to tell them something, I love you, and they are okay.
So Abansa, is it that men are not understanding women or what?
Not that men don't understand women. Men understand women.
But we are just selfish.
Men are selfish.
Okay. Men are selfish by nature. When it comes to sex. Okay. You to me and train. And so many about Okushia Bemabia or to me and Wada Jena or Mouse so feel good. Come on, Charlie, hold him tight. All right. Suffer. Suffer. And see, person me who adibi a few kakra. Now person was Ghana, and I said like in Burma in general, with all this kind of selfish life, I away. Now say that I say yeah plug this is so that. Into the moment oba be ye ibiano, then we are on. Into so oba be to me ba out ka say me kuneme nda. Does that mean say be manage satisfaction? Oh baby, and I say oba na enye na dey because per what Mr. Saki just said, not just say no, we already in tune. Such as into the slightest say yeah, as a bema down or bad ne touch ma afọ nufu ano before consciously or unconsciously one say kweku sorry no jina internet say you are sexually activated nti se be ma oba ka che be o ka say me kunene na and I say bibi sa is it say be ma no empe oba na yi na say like I just want to understand this from you and two questions I'm person bibi and also does it mean say Ghana mema pa mompelo pa yempelo love making and I say mema ni o train for love making no does that mean say aya e ma no ehun bibi na ema yenya da appetite no that zeal say be e be make love what is it
I think say oba etumi begina bonte no ka say me kunu ne menda me I'm a committee assembly.
Okay.
Either say the Gumayan swing the womb.
Obani Momo. Oh, okay.
I say, on your banner, the Obani who is an eno. I didn't know the new son in way seem no, like I say, any other. Because you can't tell me that you have a sexual intercourse with somebody if you are not released. Say, wins and nowhere, a human 1 year. In fact, it may seem to be a 1 year crank and one as well.
A neighbor man.
Any bear Inti most of them no obe prove me question akwa ichire no na say open na the fan no about 5 seconds 10 seconds bi na you no we yi no no and also the answer who sanisan who sense no
okay
and your one and I say two send na me bra e ka no e ma ni no can you imagine having a wife as long as the Christian setting is concerned, it is married people who are allowed to do some of these things.
Okay.
Inti say wo yere na wo fi edumaba.
Come on.
Wo mi awon we kodware.
God bless you.
Now wo worry she musen ka beba na bibia certify. Na wo ba ya entoma no a wo fi edumaba na wo be mu say na wo yere fra wo kitchen wana wo di eduane no. Eno na wo ba ya sign titre no ho no de dampa no so. The moon dene the money na a ya na epamo ye nuanom emba no most of them no omunim e kwan omofa so a set trap e wo dem na mpem anajo
nti does that mean say sa intamana mo ehunten no e cheche no ho a you just come for sex and sleep somewhere without even considering love making
no I mean chiro e be say wunya bibida but Madam Baker chose a man if you want to Ubema so na
so why do you go for such a woman?
No, the thing is that they keep changing when they keep on giving birth.
Okay.
What would you know or wara any one relationship with the moon? Now Brabo is different. The while and about first 3 months, 6 months, Abraboni is different. After 6 months, Abraboni is different. On your first, Abraboni is different. All first, Abraboni is different. Always being a basan put that forget. I don't know about to my business or to Fufano Quench or the man about it to don't know.
Wow.
Because they think is it? You remember that you miss a full baby no. When you want to repay, why are you in the bed? But when we read the scripture, we said that and the man was grieved to his wife. You see, we are to chase our wives, not girlfriends. It is the duty of the to remain chaseable in the marriage so that we keep on chasing them. But what about worrying my warrior relationship with my DBA cannot do it in it, but what point the way to do it? Maybe I am found there, relationship with me. Go once a while, best rockra, or to me say, short to be see one day down out, but any other was in 2 Pomazanga. If it's a boy I knew you, I call you make my baby advice. There is your about one of the be untruthful, but I bet I go on not doing them framework. At once, I can't know if you then when you attack them, you food the agent of I can't know me agent of the beer. So there should be something that I can't know about the baby. I'm a pretty day. Remember one check. So sometimes it way Nibisiada and kind of you about go to my cannot talk.
Jesus.
And I see the most dangerous thing about guys is that Minyasaki were me know what you may have what matter. Say being about one check now in from maybe 400 Pamana to quiet and no baby.
Emma.
Oh, yes, and they begin to come about one check view.
Wow.
They lose trust, they lose confidence, and they are gone. Anytime you're better on you, maybe a Christian values in the uncle for divorce. but you busy come on mobile na one as in and I open the day so I communicate here and say e nya be say bi o ta ase na why you na adwene there obesa nya mama ware na yi ya e keka no bofu and the one no ye bigger problem now that second question go ahead
say is it because of mbesiafo one who say na ma guys like Emma men no and play love or you don't make love to them rather than just going for sex?
I think say your orientation.
Okay.
Your orientation.
Because we are just sex oriented.
General okay. Is the general understanding about intimacy in marriage, you know. Or it was even say a more call counseling now. Normally we should have a counseling system or a counselors no handle. Also for now, on your love making on your sex, not all you two for. It's a kind of value two for another could be a boy. Oh, they want to make a look two for. I didn't say counseling. We use only two for because that is not counseling. You go for advice. Into your orientation, you know, Missy Apono, the American. You know, Missy Apono. I think so one day be opportunity to speak to Yama Mimpe for bigger crack. And when you feel be more late 40s, be more early 50s. Now, be more short for 1 year, no, be more paying for 1 year. No, I will be answered and I mean, you want to cast maybe a question, who will do 1 year and why rich orgasm or why how many years will be so 15 years, 20 years, no matter no. How many times no be some perfectly straight orgasm in the but she's married for 25 years.
So then
so it means that as long as intimacy and love making and sex is concerned, I will now welcome she's enjoying more than enjoying.
But marriage is supposed to be enjoyed, not endured.
I don't know, almost woman there, or ye punishment. Indeed, I had there, and I've been so no crying your orientation. Why am I going to be afternoon there? I don't know when they even know yet when to be seen. What to solve a problem with you? It's on your asthma to call back. I'm in fact, I'm in fact, solve a problem. If you know a problem solving, it is part of other niche. But check this. Say, I want to know where you want to do on baby or church. Baby, I need dinner some view with you. I believe you know where you wait to often. And it's in Nelica's be a love making them and Nelicano in this year. And yet, they be a woman, China, and your letter, them American. Once a while, I talk to my wife. The buy a make a video call before you start to shoot. None of me is in common. What daddy did. What happened if you realize? Numbers are not there, also the examine here, the mother here. Namaka and then send it to a woman, let's say, in panic, controlling and to others at the border.
You're making love.
No, she can feel, she can smell my perfume and my presence. You understand? That is love making. A yam or chanuma, odds in Nippon, sometimes off you be off for what like a canoe with water. The smell, your smell alone around in the house alone. Fulfill, give them emotional satisfaction there to walk. But as in them and American, I don't mean to learn them. I may want to catch an as no way you mean who could is over for man or plan a woman or period from paying for man. One trend a day on us, maybe you will be. If the $9 who could is it? As I say, on pet, and that's why you never ask from liberty and you bring down as a man into what all no one there or your program solver. Into other more, and we don't sit to talk about as in a year and implications in a career so problem. It doesn't move now. Akatado, but someone has an about you know Zama or Zama. That would make us and be. Ha, Mamma can't say me.
Never. That is a sex a young papa, but in all this, maybe my son's work as me account. Love making. I love you.
Is he? Old baby at home. The one I didn't know is for the check. One of our relationship. Also, you were cheating. We're using the way job about it because I thought the baby my happy. I thought about relationship and a while in the moon. Yeah.
I saw about so have sex.
No, that is it. Don't because your orientation. And you know, okay. You didn't break another say, young funny there. BBA is not our jive by pet. And on your man that we're using the way job because all about while in the moon.
Okay, do you know what? Listen, I don't want us to go there because it's a very serious thing that we want to treat some other time. because sadly a very big issue. It generates a whole lot of problems in relationships and in marriages. So what I say, because that aspect of you know, in fact, not with some women only. There are some men who are these days, I mean, portraying like women in relationships and marriages. And also, Oko Fananina and say, me, she wanted a guy, Udina. I mean, she came from me. So after all, that's what I can offer in the relationship. So let's put that one aside and let's. I mean, actually, I'll come back to you again. What else I want to ask, Mr. Saki? Ejumana, manager.
Sex, right? Yeah. You see, sex is a good thing.
What makes it good?
Very, very good. Most of the time there was a misconception that when you can say, oh, if I love sex, or you when you bought sex, so they say, hey, they were saying. And that is what creates problems in most relationships. Okay. Bearman, how many times when you were growing up, how many times has your father sat you down and say, Adiba?
I don't remember.
So it
never happened.
Yes,
it's never happened until I lost him. It didn't happen.
Even your pastor, when was the last time our pastor knew to answer catch up? Say, we do here. Start to say, then say.
And you see that.
So you see that we don't even talk about sex. We find it very difficult to talk to our children, our members, our friends.
You want to say a sin?
You want to say a sin, which is very bad. Meanwhile, everybody is giving birth.
So the act of not even telling them is the sin, rather than thinking it's a sin.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we should be able to talk about it, and that is what makes a lot of people slaves in their own marriages. Because on feel say
slaves.
Yes, they feel like they are enslaved. Me, of course, sex is just a wake of pair, and that is it. But it's not supposed to be like that. If it is enjoyed, okay, by both parties, I don't think it minimizes a lot of problems.
How?
Oh yeah, because you know, say automatically I'll need my husband tonight. So I said, okay, do I me your best? Let me calm down. After whatever, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But say you don't need anything from at least on one of the parts of the sex. So let him bet you can be actually and walk away. And you still go back and beg and just because you feel like you need sex. Say you go outside, you have sex, and you are okay. Then it breaks the marriage.
Now, from what you are saying, then I want to say, then it's a waste of time for a man to get married.
It is not
because if it's sex that you want, you can go for sex from any, lady out there.
So that's what I'm talking about, misconception.
Okay.
It is not a problem, but I will say so that.
So sex must be understood before.
We have to understand it. We have to understand it before we even go into.
Then, to my understanding, understanding sex before going into it, it's more like making love before.
Yeah, so we have to understand love making itself. Okay, we have to carry our other partner along. We have to take the other partner along in the whole thing. Sex, maybe I said one is that is sex. But you have to make sure that the other party, and let me tell you something, sex is not supposed to be selfish.
But then, most men are selfish.
Why do you have sex? You have sex because you, when you are going through sexual love-making process, let me use it, love-making process, it is not mostly about what you want, it's about what the other partner wants. So why do you go and suck your wife's breast? Because you want her to get some gratification. Why do you go and hold her part so that you get her aroused? Because you want her to have some feeling so that she can reciprocate that feeling and you also get some feeling, some appeal. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So sex is not supposed to be selfish. You are supposed to engage in sex so that just to get the other party happy and you also be happy. And the reason why sex is creating so many problems is because right now we go into it because we just want to gratify ourselves.
Okay, so what you're trying to make us understand right now is that it's supposed to be, but we are not making it that way.
We are not making it because we don't even understand it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. to me, dear, I feel we have to take that misconception out.
Then we need to educate our men
exactly that
tonight.
Sex is a sin.
We
Sex
should,
is not a sin.
Okay.
That is one. Sex is not a sin. Sex is created by God so that we can use it to continue His procreation process, His creation process. We can give birth. We can replenish the earth. We can multiply. That is the essence of sex. But in as much as God wants us to use it to replenish to multiply, He also wants us to enjoy it. So that yet to say so that then we get paid and we are off. No, it's not supposed to be like that. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
So we have to go back to the drawing table. It has to start from the church. It has to start from our families. We have to start talking to our children about sex. We have to let them know that this is about sex. This is what we call sex. This is what we call love making. You can have, if you read the Bible, there was a time, you see, Peter who was talking. He says that greet your fellow whatever with kisses. Right now, if you like, when you give somebody back, they'll slap you. Do you understand what? Because we have some kind of misconception. Say, oh, minya hagi oba we my body. Oh, minya holding inside my, and that is why there was the time I was talking about Pentecost. When they say women will sit here, men will sit here. I said, no, I don't subscribe to that ideology. Because I saw them all, they went in a different place. But when we go in our dark part of life, you don't know what we do there. And anything that happens in darkness, like automatically the devil takes advantage of it.
Sure.
So if we are dating, let us come to church. Let's hold our hands in church. Let's sit in church. Let's talk in church. When we go, we don't do anything. Nothing happens. But if you don't allow us to talk about ourselves in church, we will hide ourselves in the night, 9 p.m., to go and sit behind somebody's building to talk about ourselves.
Is it a completed building or uncompleted?
Uncompleted, uncompleted.
Wow.
And that place, there's nobody there.
Did you ever sit there?
Oh, sir, there. What's up with that now?
Oh, okay, I used to sit at the school tree.
Under the school tree?
Yes.
Behind your house there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So remember what I'm trying to say is that we have to take that cover off.
Okay.
That perception that who can sex oneself, who can love making oneself, who can kissing, who can hugging, who can anything that will make somebody learn something. They will go into a successful marriage. Who can oneself a body? We have to take that thing. It is not spirituality. It is not.
What can some?
Oh yeah, it is not spirituality. Who was more spiritual than David? David had sex with somebody's wife. I'm not justifying David's sins, but what I'm trying to say is that we must, Solomon, look at Solomon. For Solomon to manage 700 wives, but the man is very poor.
It was thousands in Ghana.
Thank you.
Do you envy him?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is that let's take that cover off. Let's be open to ourselves. Let's even sit down and talk to our wives, our girlfriends. Me, this is what I want. This is what will make me happy. This is what, if you do for me, I'll be up. Let's engage. Let's not forget the fact that it is not only men who are interested in sex. There are some women who only come for sex and nothing else. After they, some who buy you now who do one kind of, if you don't take her, she'll slap you. Do you understand? But love making should be before, during, and even after sex.
After sex.
So, what is more gratifying? Like, you had a very good time together, you have good sex, and after the sex, you sit down, you are both lying down, talking about yourselves, and Charlie, you are even sharing the experience that you had some few days ago. Nothing is more gratifying than that.
Nothing is more gratifying than that. Sharing what you just enjoyed. Huh? You are welcome back to QT TV, the only show, Menz Couch, where men too can talk. You are still watching us live from QT World, the only studio at this our program. We bro, now program is Ayakono, right from Aguna Sedro, on the Mandela Street, opposite Snappy Abba Building. ya snap yaba service no building no a strong mabon say QT TV studios no egu ho e shadan nim a friend QT World Studios a security world experience the new world nti asan so ababium ye betra nkomodide ne nkomotwetwe ne so in fact eniji abaha na e bai na nka kama na ye fast nka bosi na me sresre nkoma na ye di wa in fact emupi emudo and tonight I think you are enjoying the kind of education. Should I make it edutainment, because we are educating you also, we are also entertaining you, so you are enjoying the edutainment. That's good. I still remain your host, Reverend Adepa. Charlie, you go so kakra and you go here. I'm going to be suffer. Oh. So for person who say, what can we do to help our women? Because the way air con say we are being more selfish than any other thing. And as you all rightfully said, marriage supposed to be enjoyed, not endured. Same as relationship. And this, if sex or that thing that we've been talking about is one thing that makes a relationship enjoyable, why are we denying the other? Saying mum eberechi or orgasm ni jaye nuana oye oba no esi yourself no there and fire ho, because one thing that I know say bema between aphrodisiac. I have most men think say the longer time you have sex, that is when oba reaching orgasm, which I think say it doesn't work that way. But you know about the 1 hour on reaching orgasm, because there is a point and other stuff that will make her reach orgasm. So papa, you can be a more and told me and remember to be ya on my boy and more man so now also at least and I would also love to ask her, when you're going for sex straight and when you make love before going for sex, which one do you even enjoy?
I think say I'll start from we you see I spoke about orientation about sex and it's so funny to the extent that especially as over let me use a software, especially a terry no more also be better phone a friend of prayer warriors. If his wife should call him say odo as is my and send any man call me who am maybe and him be a home or better prayer warriors a big phobia person hearing so remember one
deliver
why? Because the bracket setting no yeah they said they be a man and a cocoa be sad at the end so bad be said because I say
wow
in the amount ya can you man because but at the end also say I can ye di hum okay, so going forward, I feel like as a man, a day 2 minutes away, it's in a home. No more to move on, or when they do with remedy when you feel like almost someone. They enjoy ya, or the man may enjoy it, but my enjoy papa. Okay, while it's one of our young fan, the my rich organism, and you find a them at the Mensaka, passing at them, you're for now. Some of them is a coma, whoa. And what can walk a power my brother, okay, can you should ask, you don't know, the babies are not true. I met way back before when we were bad boys. I met one girl, and one time in a moment for one assembly, but I'm a children and a mass me at Taku. But my yard and they are don't show me no as long as no as with the forget my end baby as I can on power. So one day I managed to ask her then I ain't found number the Masaka would feel. Okay, I never them for the Kuma. And like joke, it's one day be original on Molly Azamo. Do you remember the Masaka fan and Uncle come to the Ampana Franana? Or come down as I say, but say, in with the year now love making come there for what you call romantic movement, no come here. It to me is a bonnet baby, but if you be sent as a condo. One count of from the one or raw by force. Or as I'm family choose as a grabble.
Wow.
Because I'm no one sorry, baby. But how do we get it done? We get it by talking about it. Eddie is in Munkomo. Eddie to me, you is the movie one of my Bayazan. Bayazan, who put a book, I'll move your banana or home to my address. My bronze at Kugala or what or Bama Wall from a generated baby, no Kugala with a box of the Kura Bat House. Was a box and as a
Shy of the wife.
On your bada or Podum Kanya. Wouldn't Kanya in nature or Lofinano was I got you. Why? Because that is how they have made us feel. Many other can send me there, Sabi, was you away on your one, I'm for your one. And better by any no determine or your banana or your one, but they act no, I am better no acting as on your sheet. I am better no last because you'll be there, relationship is not the same. By your woman no matter any banana or your one.
It's true.
So, the men are grown up by baby bank, I don't know what they say. It's your doma green renance and you did not try to know my number down here because Odoma grown not that grown number down as a man. It is a two or Doma grown at the man. No, I'm being curious, but let me ask this question back. The so-called Asofia has specialized BBM my then in our body. You would do any easy area no man sabita fetcher. You boom could do a raze. And then you remember that was there. I'm a mayor and baby.
Supper.
Buam. Now, Mrs. Mayers and I'm 2 minutes in mail. Because in Yadana, there's nothing called speaking in tongues. Holy Ghost will be free.
Then Charlie, we are being more fake than real.
Oh, yeah, sure.
As a people. Yeah. Especially many as of maybe. Yeah. In fact, Evan Dema, it's like you are pushing your wife into, other things which she's not supposed to, engage herself in. Because what's one of one could cheat on you, but she's battling with her mind, her thoughts on certain things. I think you're not being fair. I don't know.
But try again. So
okay.
Because we want to educate our people. Let me now okay. So I wanted to see if it works. I personally, intentionally, in the course of my marriage, went on sex break for 1 year. In the marriage, or in the name of excuse my IBs in the year fasting and bomb by. I wanted to see the repercussion of how it's going to be like. But believe me, you at that time, if you're, my wife is not that quarrelsome type. She won't complain, she won't talk. But in the house, I need the ostentation. If you do my buy with your good evening, I put more with my is whenever I have. If your officer buy a better now, one was with my son, I should be what is a bedroom. No discussion, nothing. Then one day I recorded and we spoke. Let me use in common and she was like, the mid period of time, I made her feel like she was down morally.
If I should be
there's something wrong with her. She's not a woman, she's not a person, she's nobody.
So, it boils down to what I was saying.
Yeah,
a lot of thoughts. Also, somewhere along the line, she felt today be feeling them, I mistake them well. Now, will go for divorce, but they be a big position. Okay.
But I had try. Then I came to the other side, where I broke the other lie to them. We started talking about it. Then one time, the more they be on to me, use office, I'm just wife with your then we will be chatting to Charlie where the faces here and the way we are going past. I go there. Quickly, I go. And from there,
I saw a romantic party. What you never get some more of we will do. Hey,
believe me, you will love to visit me again. But there's nothing in my house. I think my brother has been in my house before. You will love to come and visit us again. Well, opposite here, if you go to the that's what we say. I have misunderstanding because they don't hear it. You would find it anywhere. But it's so lovely in there.
So I'll take that to be of an hours because of our time. So let me get to Mr. Saki. So from all that we are saying, I think there is one thing that turns almost every man on. Just seeing. The ability to see turns a man on. Sure. So I want you to help me with this, to tell our fellow men that since it takes seeing to 10 less 1, we should help our sisters to also get on by, I mean, playing love with them? Help me.
Yeah, so I think this has to do with the ladies. You
Okay.
should understand that men are turned on based on what they see,
Okay.
and that it will shock you that you'll be walking, or somebody will be walking with a girlfriend, and we see a different girl dressed very beautifully, and we 360 degrees.
Hey, Sabia, what did you tell him now? Oh, that's
No,
nice.
I'll
Sir.
show back.
Oh, okay.
So they should dress well. Dressing is not the only thing. They should smell good.
Wow.
They should look good.
Come on.
They should be good themselves.
God bless you.
Beauty alone doesn't do things. We are attracted by the beauty, but when we get close to you, what makes us come again is with you.
Okay.
Women are very powerful.
Sure.
And Bema, yeah, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Bema, wouldn't mind say, when in your bed, Beckatan in your bed, nobody we are calling bed, you wouldn't think come.
So, what shall we now? When Nasa okay, 2009 Black Shadow, Kofodia Technical University. Men can't say, member type of show. I saw the pillow no Akoban in. I know you. Yeah, go.
So, when it happens like that, you think like, but money or a player or there is something that, every player gets married at a point in time.
Sure.
And you hear them say that there is something about my wife which couldn't make me go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is something about my wife which couldn't make me go. And I think it all boils down to talking to each other. Know what the other party wants. But in as much as you are talking to the other party, you will not get everything. We don't get all answers by asking questions. There are some answers we get not necessarily without asking questions. So you yourself try to work on yourself. Try to use certain things to get answers from your guy. Try and wear maybe something short. See whether he will react. Try and smell good at the point in time. See whether he will react. And to our guys, we should, most guys have this kind of egoistic approach. Where say, Obani say, oh, Charlie, and then at least your wife is safe, but feels like, no, the girl has looked down upon him. So we don't even give the ladies that kind of opportunity to express what will make them feel good with us. But my brother, if you have good sex, you always love to have it.
If you have a good sex, you always love to, have it again. We any asymmetry any asaki admire. Sasaki a security personnel or Ghana security in Dawson. His code is hidden. I wouldn't love to mention which particular security he belongs to. Okay. And so for that Agna Sodru Agna Asafo Anna Sofonat yeah, or sounds director. And so my boy na immediately Bibia. Now as some of make a chat and say, listen, some of us use my very good self as an example. Sex is good, we all love sex. But I'm that type of a person that I feel like I'm cheating my wife. Or even though when I wasn't married, I wouldn't want to go that way. But you can, me want to say, if I'll just reach my orgasm and leaving you behind, it's like it's a cheat. It's a sin on my part to do that. I'm not being fair to you. Okay, so I hardly do that. And me myself, I don't enjoy any sex or anything good from sex if I don't allow my partner to reach her orgasm. That's me. So to save you the stress from having too long a sex, if you are a man and you are able to play, to have a foreplay with your wife or with your partner, for your partner to also, reach an orgasm before, engaging yourself in sex. It will help you a lot. But let me tell you, you're very romantical. It's not mostly, I ask for and my doors, no. Yeah, it's good. It's me about me. It's so normal. So what I say, to me, Massey. Now, who's our quay, who's sending a kicking ya, bone quay before so, only be man also, a bedding, a better, a bed wall, not a severe, a lot of stress, nay, and Yama will go through our relationship. Remember, need sex on a love making, but also many tears say, once we need our love making, man, at least you will reach a mutual consensus. So, what I say, me manifest to near just agree no echo, no wait. So, can you? This is Men's Couch, and you can attest to it. We are still talking. This program was brought to you from the studios of QT World, and you are watching it live on QT TV, on YouTube, and on Facebook, and on Instagram is QTTV_GH. Follow us, share, and so that other people can have access to. Now also follow. Every Saturday, 7 p.m. sharp, may streaming live. I sure I say. I'm me producer possible say man or don't say Oguso okay can say my original orgasm for what a veteran sound from 2021 and I head of me media swaha a Kofi Yesu Oguso Edjuma and I Pico Consoha Pico Trinity Pico Star teaching me on so entertainment any the chain at the chair so name and I yen ba akope no so enche na okop no ba yedima de okoye ho enok ba akope ba kwesi gusu na bo obra no onware chimisraw orgasm de mehwehwe chira kwai na misraw bye bye.